Ligi Ndogo Football Club was started 10 years ago, and it believes in setting up key structures that have seen develop the talents from the grassroots level. Currently, the administration has set up the structures that have seen the club now play in the nationwide league.
Ligi Ndogo began way back in 2002, so we're actually 10 years old this year. And it began on very humble beginnings as a children's league. I remember we began with 30 kids for the first time when we began in February 2002. And basically it was just a league for kids from around the neighborhood to come and play some football. But over time, we discovered that some of these kids actually had talent. So we went a step further and asked ourselves, what can we do to ensure that this talent is exploited to the fullest level? And that's when we began now the various age group programs. And we developed a team that we call the Planets team. Basically, these were the best players from the various age groups within Ligi Ndogo.
Finance has been the major obstacle for the club, that it is in need for the funds so that it can run its activities. However, Ligi Ndogo is optimistic of trying to achieve its goal in developing their talents.
We believe in starting early. We lay the foundation right from the grassroots. And that is one thing I came to realize that in Kenya we lack a lot. We have a lot of good talent everywhere in the country, but they lack the basics at an early age. So that is something we try to do here at Ligi Ndogo, whereby we start training kids as young as 4 years old in the basics of football.
Look like in Brazil, you can see how skilled their players are. That's my vision. If we can have skilled players, we can't have this problem of picking only one guy, depending on 2 guys or 4 guys. We can have a lot. If we nurture talents from this age, it will be very easy for the national coach for any age. But what we lack here is consistency. Because when guys turn 12, 13, and they join class 7 and class 8, most of them stop playing football.
As long as the senior team will always be there, I think, it's a good stepping stone for them to come from step to step to step and then maybe reach the ultimate point of playing for Ligi Ndogo FC, which is now the senior team in the setup.
Do you think you deserve to get more sponsorship, at least to run your affairs at the club?
Let them just do something so that they may just help Division 1 clubs.
I don't think there's any club in this country that is not playing in the Premier League that has sponsorship, unless of course it's an institution. But a community club like ourselves, it's very difficult.
After the first batch of players graduated from the under-17 age category, an avenue was required for them to continue pursuing their soccer interest, hence the founding of Ligi Ndogo Sports Club. Michael Mwaniki is one of the players who has developed his talents at Ligi Ndogo Soccer Academy. He started his talent at the club once he was 13 years old.
It's a good opportunity. I highly appreciate it because for me, this is one of the clubs where I can really blend in with everyone else because it's a mixture of people from all backgrounds.
You've mentioned Ayub Timbe as one. He played here at Ligi Ndogo. We have somebody like Paul Thiongo, who is now at Empoli in Italy. He played here at Ligi Ndogo. We have somebody like John Guidetti, I think one of the most famous products from Ligi Ndogo. He's a player with Manchester City, currently on loan to Feyenoord. He passed through Ligi Ndogo. So those are just a few of the ones I can mention who are in Europe. We have players in the Premier League, a lot of them also who have passed through Ligi Ndogo, and people like Humphrey Mieno at one point who are playing at Ligi Ndogo.
We have so many young talents that are being wasted outside there. So being a parent of one of the talents, I decided to bring my boy here so that I can help nurture and shape the talent, which I believe can take him far.
I've played football at Ligi Ndogo for 5 years. It's good. You learn a lot in just one day.
They really helped me in my talent. I saw how they play and they played very well.
Ligi Ndogo Football Club is currently 5th in the National League standings, behind leaders Kariobangi Sharks. However, the club believes it will be promoted to the Kenya Premier League next season.
We have a good chance to make it to the Premier League. But beyond that, we're looking for bigger things. We're looking to become a top club, not only in Kenya, but also in Africa.
The aim is definitely the Premier League, so that's what we're aiming for. And yeah, I can see myself performing well and with my colleagues, my other teammates are pushing the club into the Premier League.
For Ligi Ndogo, why not? I'm very sure we can do it as long as we just reach up there, and that is our focus. We're going to be there, and I'm very sure we're going to represent maybe Kenya to the CAF, maybe those League Cup.
The pressure will always be there. The pressure will always be there, and the pressure is brought about by the need to achieve something. A person's character is judged by how you handle the pressure. So for me, I'm ready for the pressure, and I'm ready for any kind of challenge.
The Nationwide League is the toughest league around, because people here are fighting for the Premier League, they're fighting for the exposure, because once you get to the Premier League, that's a lot of exposure for you. So everyone here is fighting and doing harder than what people in the Premier League are.
Most people believe that the Kenya Premier League has enough talents that can represent the country. However, the Nationwide League, they also believe that there is a lot of talent that needs to be developed and at least represent the country in international championships.
And there were a number of players who we brought from the lower divisions to Harambee Stars, and look what happened. Harambee Stars performed. So I think the notion that we can only pick from the Premier League is not correct. I don't think that the Premier League necessarily has the best players in the country. And I'd say that because in Kenya we don't have a proper scouting system that ensures that the best players get to the top level.
We have a lot of great players. Don't lose hope, don't lose focus, just keep working hard. We'll make it there someday.
The national team coach, it is very hard for them maybe to come and maybe watch nationwide match. For them, they concentrate on Kenya KPL matches, but I can just give them a challenge. If they can just come and watch maybe the Division 1 League players or the teams are playing, I think it will be maybe easy for them to see the talent that we have down here.
Ligi Ndogo is one of the Nationwide League clubs that is satisfied with how the Secretariat is running the 40 teams. The club has established players who have featured in European tournaments, participating in the under-8, under-10 and under-14 categories. Ligi Ndogo Planets is a selected group of players who have emerged as the best in all the Ligi Ndogo centers. It is also the Ligi Ndogo feeder program for the academy. The coaches focus more on age and skill-appropriate activities. In this way, the players are able to experience, understand and execute at their level of development.
This is very good because it gives our players exposure of playing internationally when they are still very young. A player like John Guidetti, in 2004, when he went to play in Manchester, he was in the team that went, the Ligi Ndogo team that went to Manchester. And who knows, probably that's where some scouts from Manchester City first noticed him, such that by the time they were thinking of signing him on, they already had some background on him.
Yeah, I played for Ligi Ndogo in 2009 in the Umbro Cup in Manchester. Yeah, we went there for the Umbro Cup. It was really nice and very fun. It was a good experience.
The help of the community, it's very much possible for a team like Ligi Ndogo to achieve that level of teams from maybe West Africa. At the end of the day, it's about maybe sponsorship and getting the sponsorship.
I admire them in the way they get possession and the way they play, and the passes are accurate. If they can't attack, they come back to pull the opponents. Then they go in front to score goals.
It was good. It helped me, it strengthened me. I got a new perspective on the other clubs and their way of football in Europe and all that. So yeah, it helped me build myself.
it will be better for them maybe if they start many academy, it will be easy. Because we have, mostly we have players, even in slum, in everywhere, but the problem is, maybe someone who may just come and they just want to support them.
Our problem is we don't start nurturing this talent at the earliest age. We wait until the boys are 16, 15, and sometimes it's too late. But when we start at this age, by the time the boys get to 14, 15, they'll be fully developed and they will help the country. And that is what we are hoping to achieve.
Look at Ghana. They have very many academies. But here in Kenya, when you want to start an academy, it's very hard. The federation does not support. No one is willing to support these youth programs because they see they don't make money. But you don't look for money today. Let's look for money from tomorrow. If we develop these players and have like 20 players play professional football, it will be very good for our team, for our country. We'll have that money. But if we want to get money from these children at this age, no, you're not doing the right thing.
Proper structures being initiated by soccer administrators will see Kenya improve on its soccer standards. Mbaka Collins, reporting for The Score.